motions as much as I did on the floor of the National Assembly. I recovered hundreds of billions back to government coffers as a legislator. I moved the motion for the airport runway that was awarded at 64 billion.
Yes,
the president, I'm coming. No, you sound as if my activism started after I left the house.
That's what most people think.
But I'm educating you now. Okay. I'm educating you now that 64 billion, the president called me and set up a committee headed by Bunu, the former minister of FCT, and reduced that money to 45 billion. I came back to the floor of the house to say, no, that 45 billion is a rape, until the president cancelled that contract. There was a contract of Abuja Airport Road and Kubwa, awarded at 257 billion. I brought it to the floor with evidence and all that. Eventually, as a result of that motion, that contract was reduced by 100 billion. 100 billion saved for taxpayers. I'm coming. Again, for the first time in the history of the National Assembly, I was the one that exposed the type of money.
Okay, maybe I should ask a direct question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the allowances of legislators?
As I speak to you, that's what I'm coming to. That I was the first to expose what we get.
But did you ever return your allowance?
I'm coming to. I'll speak to you. When I took on Dimeji Bankole, when he started using the monies of the house for fictitious items, and everything is shared to our legislators, it's on record that Dino Melaye did not collect one of those items. Apart from that, I was the only member again who refunded money. It's on record. I have a federal government receipt to that effect. The now governor of Gombe, who was the then accountant general of the federation, was the one that issued the receipt. But that is not even the issue here. The issue is that we as Nigerians must not bow to the golden image of corruption. You live in a sinful world. You cannot say because you live in a sinful world, you will live a sinful life. That I was in government, not everybody in government is a thief. That I was in government, if I have any skeleton in my cupboard, my brother, I will not be fighting the way I'm fighting. And by now, government would have completely handicapped me. I would have been in prison. The only thing, whether it's SSSO, DMIO, police, what they are yet to find out about me is perhaps maybe where my placenta was buried. I challenge any Nigerian to say, okay, we have this against Dino Melaye.
Something came up.
I've never done federal government contract, state government contract, local. I've never done any of this. But I believe in the God that promised me that legitimate wealth comes from the Almighty God.
Something came to mind now when you mentioned Dimeji Bankole and all of that. And before Dimeji Bankole, there was Patricia Ete. What role did you play when the issue of her corruption, of her renovation, and all of that came up? You in particular.
Anyway, I will quickly respond to that because you are deviating now.
No, I just want to
from
find
these
out
issues and trying to see how you can indict me, but that will not happen. I will tell you categorically that. But I will answer this, and I want us to concentrate on how our common resources, our common capital, have been expended by people who I see as economic cankerworms.
Okay, let's just move on.
No, I will answer that. I will have to clear that. I will have to clear that.
Do you think
I stood by Patricia Ete, and if situation rewind itself again now, I will still stand by her. Why? You know why? There was no one kobo spent as at the time people were shouting and agitating. 1 naira was not spent. Anticipated approval was what Farouk Lawal went to the market with.
Was it right?
It wasn't. That's why I stood by her.
Was it right?
Eventually, a committee was set up, including Farouk Lawal and myself. We all stood up and exonerated Patricia Ete on the floor of the House. She was exonerated. The whole chamber stood up and clapped for her after the investigation, because not 1 naira was spent. But some people said they cannot, because of religious belief or whatever, they can't take a bow before a woman. Some people felt because they were not giving juicy committees, they should fight her.
Just one final question now before we go. Do you really think protests yield results in this part of the country, or in this part of the world? And why do you keep doing it?
It yields results. When we protested in January, I started the whole Occupy Nigeria thing. When I came on January 2nd, I started collecting signatures. As a result of that exercise, Nigerians, we appreciated what we did, because at least there was the president in his high-headedness addressed Nigerians and said there is no reduction, no going back on 140. But because power belongs to the people, sovereignty belongs to the people, the president reverted himself and reduce it back to 97 naira. To me, that was a success. And Nigerians are on daily basis, we are getting more awareness, we are getting more conscientized, we are getting more informed. Why did they wait until we were on the streets of Abuja before they set up a panel? This thing happened 2 weeks ago. They didn't set up a panel. So I want to tell you that in an unjust society, silence is a crime. Nigerians must come out of their cocoon. We must start asking questions. Because if we keep quiet, the day you stop talking, that day you start dying. We have no any other country to call our own apart from this. And corruption is the bane of our development as a nation. And this is an acid test to President Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan. If the president is not decisive on this for the first time, I want the president to take a categorical position on this matter.
Thank you very much, sir.
Since the president became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I challenge anyone to fault it. Not one political office holder have been prosecuted and jailed. So for the first time, we call on Mr. President and call on our mommy, the wife of the president, to please encourage the president to be decisive on the issue of corruption. Stella Odua has to step aside for investigation to be concluded. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. One thing I agree with you, of course, is the fact that Nigerians have to start asking questions, and that's, we will get answers.
Yes.
We're going to go on a break now, of course, and I told you it was going to be a heated session. When we come back, we have more for you right here on Robin Minds. Please do stay with us.